One of the main dispositions that I believe I possess to be a successful educator is that educators believe that all students can learn and should set and support realistic expectations for student success. One of the main things that I've found so far throughout my studies in education is that it's important for teachers to realize that all students learn differently. Some students might be better hands-on learners, some students might be better creative thinkers, and some students might learn better just memorizing definitions and memorizing the answers to problems or equations. Sometimes I think that teachers get too caught up in focusing on hammering down definitions or making sure students memorize all the answers to things that they don't really allow students to grow and become more engaged learners. And I think that with doing more open-ended questions and allow students to really critically think about answers, that it really allows them to become better students and sets them up for success down the road. Another disposition that I think is extremely important to possess as an educator is that educators should exercise sound judgment and ethical behavior. And I think this one goes without saying. Educators are held to a really high regard both in and out of the classroom, and it's important that all educators live up to these expectations. With the rise of social media and technology being more involved in the classroom, it's important that educators don't develop any inappropriate relationships or friendships with students, and that they leave the technology in the classroom all to educational purposes. I also think it's important that, say there's students from different racial backgrounds or different genders, it's important that teachers focus only on who's deserving of the grades, who's putting in the work when it comes to who gets the good grades, and the teachers aren't taking anything else into account when it comes to grade decisions. Something that I think I need to work on before I do become an educator is becoming more of an active member of the community. I think that for teachers especially, it's very important that they become active in the community. If there's a community event or something big going on in the town, I think it's important for teachers to show up there, be friendly with parents, form good relationships, and just let reassure the parents that you have the kids' best interests at heart, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get them to succeed in the next level in college and their future careers. So before I do become an educator, I think even in my first few years, when I do eventually become an educator, I definitely want to become a very active member of the community, and because again, I think that really goes a long way. The ideal educator in my mind is someone that puts the kids' best interests at heart and does make sure that their number one priority day in and day out is making sure that the kids are becoming better learners and setting them up for future success. If the teacher has some personal problems going on at home, something with their family, it's important to leave those problems at home. And when you get to school every day, don't let anything get in the way of you. Don't let anything get in the way of your judgment or get in the way of you doing the best job possible. You show up every day, you look nice, you act professional, and you just, again, like I said, the students are the number one priority, and that is what I think an ideal educator should always do day in and day out.